Alright everybody, good evening. How is everyone doing today? Let me decrease the volume here a little bit. Probably keep this going though. That looks like an acceptable decibel level. Another Sparking Zero stream, but it's not really gonna be what you guys are thinking. So first let me just switch back to... which one was it? I think it was this one. Yeah, it's this one. Hello! Hello. We are back on Sparking Zero related issues, finally. On what actually appears to be a very good patch. Did I reinstall Sparking Zero? Do you want the real answer to that question? Do you want me to show you, actually? I'll show you, actually. Hold on 1 second. Just to show you for the heck of it. I'm gonna add... No, never mind. This is too much effort. No, I did not reinstall it. I did not reinstall the game. And I truthfully don't want to, but... Anyway, Venom, SSD, Joshies, Trell, Fantastic, Sub-Zero, Z-Fighter, Surzo, Yosha, what's up everybody? How's everyone doing today? Alright, so how this stream is going to work, I'm just going to tell you guys right now that if you're hoping to see me on the game testing things out, I'm not booting up the game. It's mainly because I don't want to. Also because I set this stream with the intention of saying prayers right after I'm done talking, so I don't have time to play anyway. But let me change the music really quick. Let's change it to... You know what? Because I can. Let's change it to something a bit more upbeat. Once the ad blocking stuff gets out of the way. There we go. Okay, so the stream is going to be mainly me giving my overview of the patch notes. After that, I have an announcement, which a lot of you are probably not going to like hearing. But, anyway. These questions in advance, can you tell us how to avoid getting infinite stun-locked mid-air in Sparking Zero? Infinite stun-locked in mid-air? What do you mean by that? Played against a Boo player and he sidestepped against my dragon homing? Yeah, I mean, that's always been a thing that you could do. Hey, Denny. What's up, Jake? What's up, Mr. Pertkeys? Welcome on in. Anyway, let's, Wow. I did not actually know that the chat, you guys are not even going to be able to see yourselves because... Yeah, your text is showing up white, so you're not actually showing up on the screen. Just your names are showing up, so that's actually really funny, but you know what? Anyway, the one thing I will point out before I even start this, the game still does not have recovery options. Still doesn't have recovery options. Okay, sure, whatever. Anyway, what's the first thing we got? So, we're starting off with DP battles. Adjusted DP battles in all modes to make the difference in strength due to DP disparity between characters more pronounced online and offline. I'm kind of fine with this. I don't really care, but I think with what we have next, DP is probably going to take more skill than single battle now. And then we have... something I absolutely freaking hate, man. Remove the damage scaling based on DP in single battles in all modes. This is not the one that angers me. This is the one that angers me. Adjusted health values so that all characters have the same health, online and offline. My disappointment is immeasurable. Like, what's the point? Because they've changed this, there's no incentive for someone like me or my other friends now to take a character like Cybermen or Cell Jr. or Frieza Soldier and showcase how much skill and game knowledge you have as a player against someone taking Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta just to get a satisfactory victory off. I hate this with a passion. I really cannot stand the fact that they did this. Like, a lot of people have been saying that this is actually going to help single battle, and it is. I'm not saying no. But the skill factor from it is completely gone now. They're, like, we're only going to be seeing character diversity now because all characters are on a level playing field. I understand why people wanted to do that for single, but now when you're playing online rank for single, it's just... Anyway, we're gonna move on. I can touch base on this later when I have time to read chat more. Hey, Makai. What's up, Donald? It's an okay patch at best, 8 out of 10. It's definitely the best patch that we've had so far, but there's still other problems with it. We'll get to that. Game mode changes, adjustments, custom battle, added 2D cutscenes and text. I have barely touched custom battle, so I have no idea if that's like a really good thing or not. Ranked match. So this is the one that everyone was waiting for. Implemented a seasonal system with resets at the start of each season, which I assume this is actually going to be implemented first week of July or something, so... And it's even worse that I've been seeing Bandai partnerships saying that characters having the same health is a very good thing. For different games it is, but not for this game. I guess Jun Furutani wanted a balanced game when he didn't want a balanced game at first. I still don't understand what your issue with it is. Okay, so like, this game was built upon with the Tenkaichi games in mind, right? That's what this game was marketed as. It was marketed as Tenkaichi 4. The great majority of people that are playing Sparking Zero today have no clue what the previous Tenkaichi games were like. They had no idea what Tenkaichi 2 was like, or Tenkaichi 3, so they had no idea that a lot of characters had 4 health bars, or even 2 health bars. And now, because of people complaining that not all characters had the same health when in single battle, they've changed it so that all characters have the same health. Like, I've already watched a few clips of a Videl fighting a Gogeta and of a Frieza Soldier fighting, I think, a Jiren. The damage output is still stupid high, but the biggest problem is that you've given all the characters the same amount of health when realistically there hasn't been that much significant change. So now if you're taking a character that has low health with the intention of trying to show that you know your stuff about the game and want to beat your opponent using one of the strongest characters in the game, there is no incentive for anyone to do that anymore. There's no incentive for me to purposely take, like, Kakunsa against, I don't know, Blue Vegito now? There's literally no point in doing that. What's up, Baked? Hey, Alpha. What would I have done? Nothing. Why change some... Okay, actually, no, wait. I take that back. I wouldn't have done nothing. I would have made that optional. If this is for online single battles, well, primarily it's for offline, but people that still want to play online, if they have this for online battles, give us the option for that. Don't just change it universally for the entire game. Give players the option to say, yeah, I want equal health bars. No, I don't want equal health bars. Why change the whole thing? Like, just give us the option for it. Don't change it for literally everybody. It doesn't make any sense to me why they would do something like that unless they are purely listening to the casuals, which they have been so far. What's up, Star? You can do that in DP. The player base is low enough, splitting it makes no sense. The player base is low enough currently, and that's only the fault of the community at this point. It's not even the fault of Bandai nowadays. At this point, the only reason the player base is so low is because there's so many people in the community that are more focused on tearing each other down than building each other up and collectively enjoying the game together. But I'm going to touch upon that later after the end of this, like after I'm done looking at all of the notes here and covering them. What's up, Rasu? But Almusin, you said you can do that in DP? What do you mean exactly? Like you can choose that as an option or something? You can just ask your opponent to use items. See, I know, you can ask your opponent to use items, but why do I have to circumvent the issue by asking my opponent, hey, can we do X, Y, and Z? I shouldn't need to do that. You know exactly what I mean, Yosha. We should not need to do that. It doesn't make any sense. At the start of each season, players will be demoted to a certain rank based on their rank from previous season. The demotion tiers are as follows. I personally don't have a big issue with how they did this. And at the same time, I still feel like everybody should have been reset to D. Like, all the way down to D5. This means that I'm going to be a B5 because I stopped at A2 and 3, I think, when I was doing all of my character request rank streams. So if I get on again, I'm going to be a B5 on PC, whereas on PlayStation 5, I honestly want to just remain as a D5 rank. D5 is just so beautiful. Can you scoot over to the right a little bit? You're in a line? What do you mean? What? Yo, Kobe, what's up, man? Thank you so much for resubbing for... Wow, 6-month streak! You've been keeping that going for a while. Thank you so much. Welcome on in, bro. How you doing today? Do I plan on playing Season 1? At the moment, in my current mindset, no. But I'm going to get to that at the end of this video, because there's some stuff I need to tell you guys at the end of this. What the... Oh my gosh.
I need you to play P-Rose.
I probably will, but it won't be this week. Again, I'll get to that. There's some stuff that I need to tell you guys at the end of all this, because I have an announcement I don't think a lot of you are going to enjoy. What else did I miss? Have I gotten the chance to test out the movement, dragon dashing into sidestepping? No, I haven't yet. The main reason is because I haven't bothered to reinstall the game. Depending on how this stream goes, I will consider streaming the game on Thursday, because tomorrow I'm actually planning to do Hogwarts Legacy. We'll see what happens, because I'll tell you, there's a lot that I need to tell you guys at the end of this. Because it's not an issue most of the time, generally people want fair matches. That's totally fine, yeah. You can select low DP characters in DP and beat people who will pick the strongest. Well, not a perfect solution. You can select low DP characters in DP, yeah, and beat people who will pick the strongest. Oh, you mean like you could just pick like a low DP character, like a low DP character against like a team of strong characters and prove it that way? Yeah, that's like again a way to circumvent the problem. That's actually not a bad idea, but it's still a major pain in the ass. Like, why would you want to do that, you know? What's up, JD? Welcome on in. Hog on Sparking, valid. If I like Cell First Form, I shouldn't be disadvantaged just because my favorite happens to come out to too many arcs to be good, right? The game needs a skill gap, I agree. What's up, Frosty? It's been a while. Or your TV had it with it? Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Really want to see your take on the new movement options? So, depending on how long this stream goes for, because I'm planning to go until 7:30. Currently, it's 6:11. If I get all of my planned stuff for the stream out of the way, I probably will pull up one of my friends' streams and just watch what they're doing for a bit, and like we can talk about that for a bit, because I genuinely don't have any intention of playing the game today. After this stream, I'll probably end up hopping back on Prince of Persia, but on PC. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, the rank demotion thing, I personally don't have an issue with it. I just wish they would have done like a full reset all the way back down to D5. I think that would have been optimal for everybody. But knowing that they've done this, so many fraudulent Z ranks are going to be gone. And if I'm not mistaken, early access ends tomorrow or Thursday, right? So that means once early access is over, then we're really going to see how many people come back to play the game, which is going to be good for the game. 95 viewers like the stream up. It says currently 86 on my side. Let's see what else do we have here. Consideration. Let's go Hogwarts. What's up, silly? Let's see, what else do we have here? So, this part implemented a win streak bonus system up to a maximum of 5 consecutive wins. So, you guys probably can't see it because, you know, the whole chat's showing up white. But I was talking to one of my friends, Majin Kobe, and a few other friends last night, and they told me that we are going to have rewards for the rank system, but it's probably going to be like Zenny or something. I'm hoping that if they do improve this, they give us like character-specific rewards, titles that we can grind for, I don't know, offline rewards, something like that. It would be so much better, because that's genuinely what I was hoping for. They need to do something like that. Because just doing this, if you're someone who's grinding just the leaderboard, this is perfect. But if you're someone who doesn't want just the leaderboard, you want to get something else out of it, this actually, like, it makes sense to bring in different kinds of rewards. What's up, Sama? It's been a while. Hey, Unison. Hello, Sebastian! Hello, Mariana. If I play the game, you'll gift 100 subs. 100 subs. That's tempting. But I'm wondering if you can even afford that. Can you even afford that? If the quit without penalty thing doesn't affect win streaks, ranks are going to get inflated in hours. Yeah, that's true. Zenny's the most useless currency I've ever seen. What's up, Skirty? Welcome on in. What's up, Shady? So yeah, I hope that at some point they bring in like character-specific rewards and whatnot. So, okay, I guess once this OST finishes, I will change the music to something else. Let's see, what else do we got? So, slightly reduce the automatic recovery rate. So, oh, okay, so this is for skill counts. So this is good. They're finally implementing this, which means skill counts are finally going to be increasing at a slower rate. It's about time. That's long overdue. No longer recovers upon successfully performing an attack. Bro, you know, the amount of hand-holding Sparking Zero did, like, every single time I would see someone recovering just for their skill count to go from, like, here to here, and I'm just like, why are you getting more skill count for recovering? The game should not I don't know who you are, go away. The game should not reward you for just recovering, for doing something so basic. Like, it's ridiculous. I ended off number 1 on Xbox. I wonder what type of titles to come with it. That would be really nice if you could get something out of it. You're coming back only on the reset? Relatable. Skill counts increase upon low health is now only triggered when health drops below the last health bar. I need to read this again. Skill counts increase upon low health is now only triggered when health drops below the last health bar. So is this implying that once you've lost your first health bar... Thank you for the subscription. Welcome on in, Nostalgia. Is this implying that once you've gotten down to your last health bar, so after you've lost the first health bar, you don't gain any more skill counts based on your second and third health bar until you get down to your last health bar? Is that what that means? Because I'm not 100% sure. Increased skill count recovery upon successfully landing an attack break. I'm so glad they finally changed this, because blocking a charged smash and then seeing the skill count gauge going like from here to like here, it needed to like very much increase, dramatic increase. If you guys have seen the last video that I did on Sparking Zero regarding all the mechanics that it needs to survive and thrive, I covered this. Yeah, you gain a skill count, you get a skill point, but now it only applies to the final health bar. Okay, that's a good change. That's a really good change. I like that. I'm really glad that they like. There's no way I can display this page in dark theme, can I? Ugh, I'm gonna be blinded by the end of this. Dash attack. If the dash attack hits without being fully charged, it will no longer cause a blowaway and can now be changed into a dash blow or dash rising. So I saw one of my content creator friends doing this earlier. Basically, if you charge your dash attack, whether it's a level 2 or a level 3, you can still chain it now into a punishing attack or a raging impact. Those are the Tenkaichi 3 names, by the way. I'm pretty sure Sparking Zero calls it these two, Dash Blow or Dash Rising, which both still don't really make much sense to me, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Smash Key Blast during Short Dash General. Change the hit stun on hit. I don't like this. So, when I read this the first time, the first thing that came to mind was like, they've made it so that they've taken away the versatility of doing, or the purpose of doing a short dash into a charged ki blast, and your opponent gets out of it faster. Like, what exactly is the point of having the short dash and being able to do maneuvers with it if the hit stun is going to be significantly less? I don't understand this change. I did ask a couple of my friends who were playing the game last night if you can still guard cancel out of the charge ki blast faster in order to start attacking sooner. I don't think they changed that, but I think this also has something to do with resets, and personally, I didn't mind the resets, but the fact that they're doing this is just... it's whatever. I'm not sure I'd be so asked with it. The bullshit that cater to the people who can't adapt, pretty much, yeah. They did that to fix a reset, if I recall correctly, though you can still do resets in other ways, yeah, true that. Sadly, this patch won't bring people back that didn't add what we wanted. I respectfully disagree. I think that this patch will bring a lot of people back, and we're going to have another honeymoon phase. I think this patch is good enough that the game can last, depending on the community, the game can last for at least 90 days. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of the change to single battle online rank, where all characters now have equal health. That's literally the only reason I'm saying that. Otherwise, with all the crap I've been seeing in the community with people tearing each other down, like, on a personal level and as players, the community's doing most of the work as to why so much people have left the game. It's because the community itself is so bad. So, like, I can see it lasting for 90 days. I just don't think that unless we get another patch before October, the game's not going to last that long. Let's see. What do we have here? Unblockable, Smash Ki Blast, General. Why? You already changed it so that we can't combo into it. Now you've changed it so that it can be vanished. And now you've slightly reduced the tracking. Bandai, if you don't want us to use sword characters, say so! Just say so! Why? If you don't want us to use Janamba, or Rose Goku, or Fused Zamasu, or Sword Trunks, just say it, man. God, it's so frustrating. Hey, Rose. I like the patch a lot, and I'm going to be touching upon a lot of stuff at the end of this to let you guys know, like, my exact opinion and stance on the game currently. But first, I have to get through all of this. So, you guys probably know that I came up with a special combo for sword characters, which involved momentum. So, just to explain to some of you, if you have no idea what I'm saying, you don't have to worry about it. But the combo involved, okay, I'm just gonna explain one thing really quick. In Tenkaichi 2 and 3 and in Sparking 0, we have something called momentum. So basically, the more you punch your opponent, the faster you can charge your chargeable attacks, right? You can charge your squares, you can charge your rush chains, all the chargeable ones, right? So my combo works this way. You start punching your opponent, you build up maximum momentum. Preferably, you either do a Grand Slash or a fully charged heavy finish on the back of the opponent, Dragon Dash backwards, short dash cancel forward into a charge ki blast, neutral ki slash with the sword character, hold forward, press triangle to shoot one ki blast, and then do a light charge attack. This kept the opponent back-turned. If I can find the combo later on, I'll show it to you guys, but after the patch, you weren't able to do this, and now after this patch, you can't even do a sword slash anymore! It's like they don't really want you to play with sword characters, man. Like, I don't get it. I really don't understand it anymore. My will to play Dabura in singles was completely gone once I saw that change. You know what? Give me 1 minute. Let me see if I can actually find the clip really quick, because I never got to show it to you guys. Where did I put that? Has file. Actually, I have a better idea. Yosha, you're still here, right? Mr. Fantastic Smile! How art thou? Okay, Yosha, can you go to my server? I don't remember which channel I posted it in, but just go to the search bar in my server, type in, like, has link or file or whatever. Probably type in my name and look for a clip that I posted in one of the Sparking Zero channels. It'll probably be a clip with Super Janamba on Cell Games. And just ping me with it so I can show it, because I'm too lazy to disable streamer mode on Discord. See if you can locate that so I can actually show everyone on stream what I'm talking about. Fixed an issue where some characters could still block even when the Sonic Sway attack was performed at the fastest possible timing. I'm going to keep this here while I catch up on chat for a moment, because I read this 5 times and I still don't understand what it's talking about, because was there a character that I'm not aware of that had like a faster than normal Sonic Sway attack or something? I didn't understand. We might get another patch on rank reset day. Here's hoping. You're very optimistic, Donald. Very optimistic. They're ripping everything fun out of the game. Some of the stuff, yeah. For me, I'm at least playing it for a week or a month. That's fair. They simplified everything. It wasn't even that bad with the sword slash since it has a cooldown. Exactly. Like, they didn't need to change anything. How many more patches till we're saved? I don't know, man. People still playing Sparking Zero? Yes, they are. The unblockable reset, favorite with Janambo. You have a video on YouTube using it too. Yeah, it's a really fun combo. Janambo is the best to do it with? Yeah, for sure. That Zatch Bell tab is always open. Listen, man, I love Zatch Bell. I still haven't even gotten back to the manga yet. I've been contemplating whether or not to review the manga on my channel. I love Zatch Bell that much. I wasn't going to advertise members. I don't think I probably will, but I've got 128 people in here and 35 likes. If you guys are enjoying the information and the overview, maybe consider hitting that like button. Can get this out to more people and keep more people informed. My opinions on the update is this game is no longer Tenkaichi anymore, but it's more fun than what it was before. Absolutely, yeah. So that's something else I want to tell you guys at the end of this, is that I'm no longer thinking of Sparking Zero as a Tenkaichi game. There's just no point in doing that anymore. They should have never called this Tenkaichi 4. They should have called it something else and let it be its own thing, because it essentially is, pretty much. Did you check out Bandai Namco's official statement on how the season ranks will work? They flat out confirmed that there will be adjustments and seasons are roughly 3 months. I did go into that, I think so, yeah. Please stop nerfing giants, literally. Was it against Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta? I think so, yeah. What do you mean it never was? It always was. They literally marketed the game as a Tenkaichi 4. They started off the trailer with Tenkaichi 3. And then it became something that the game wasn't, and now it's becoming something of its own identity, which is a good thing. I think people went back to BT3 because Sparking Zero is so different. They could, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Can now transition into a step in at close range. I've already seen this, and this is a really cool change. I won't lie when I say that I am curious about booting up the game just to see if there is some kind of movement tech that I can find by myself with this, but I'm not so sure I want to bother. Chase change adjusted to make it easier to hit. Somebody needs to find out if this is actually the case when you're doing a chase change while the opponent is about to hit the goddamn floor. Every single time you're about to hit the floor and you do chase change, not the one where you do like a vanishing attack or you do that like down smash like this, it would never hit half the time. Somebody needs to tell me if that's been changed. Super Janamba, what's up? Welcome on in, one of my favorite villains. How are you? I think the game isn't finished and they're going as the time passes. The game is definitely not finished, that's certain. Okay, what else do we have here? Defense is now reduced for a certain period after the skill is activated. Skills changes, adjustment. Skills that instantly activate sparking mode. Defense is now reduced for a certain period. I'm not 100% sure why they did this and not key sickness or the key debuff, but whatever. I never cared about it anyway. As it is, whenever you're going into sparking mode, a smart player is not supposed to just charge in blindly. You're still supposed to play defense. A smart player will still continue to play defense, even once going into sparking mode. You're not just supposed to, like, be like, hey, I'm in sparking mode, now I can do whatever I want. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. Trailer literally says Budokai Tenkaichi returns. Exactly. Against walls, too, they need to get rid of the walls. They don't need to get rid of the walls, they need to bring back the wall bounce. That's what they need to do in Sparking Zero, honestly. That's what needs to be brought back. It didn't take much from Raging Blast. No, yeah, it really didn't. It only took the transformation and switching mechanic, pretty much. Unreal Engine 5 engine is so terrible. This is why it's impossible to make 1-1 to BT3. Probably. Did you ping me with it, Yosha? Okay, you did. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this really quick. Where's my display capture? Let me pause here. Let me full screen this. Okay, so this is a combo that I made specifically with sword characters. Let me fast forward a little bit. So here's the combo. I've got the back, right? I've gotten the heavy finish. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag and dash backwards. Then I'm going to short dash cancel forward. I'm doing a charge ki blast. I stand still to do my ki slash. As you can see, Janamba's lifting his right arm to do that. I hold forward, shoot a ki blast, and then do a light charge attack. Thanks, Bandai. I can't do that anymore. Freaking hell. Literally cannot do this combo anymore. And just so you guys know, that light charge attack is vanishable, but it's very tricky to vanish. The amount of people I got this with, or got this against, before the patch was ridiculous. Like, all of my friends were falling for it. They never saw the combo before. And now that it's gone, I cry in my sleep. I cry. I cry in my sleep. I don't think you can do it anymore, Denny. You can show me a clip if you want, but I'm pretty sure it's, like, permanently gone. Give Team Gohan his Beyblade combo back. Yeah, the sword attack is vanishable now as well, so like, what the hell? Okay, let's change it up a little bit. Let's do some of this. Let's put on some Lost Courage while we continue covering this. Same, I want a full reset. Game changed so much. Probably title, if anything. Discord DMs. Oh, did you send it to me? Oh, thanks, Kobe. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's the combo I was talking about. I didn't even get a chance to upload it, or I had a chance to upload it, but I was so conflicted about doing it because I was like, will people even think this is a relevant combo? Like, I don't want to just upload something for the sake of uploading something because of my reputation and then have people think that it's worthwhile because I uploaded it. And I don't know if that's egotistical of me or not. I was double thinking, triple thinking, quadruple thinking about it, and I just decided not to upload it. Only to find out that they patched the damn thing out. Literal depression. Oh, what's up, Big Zoe? Welcome on in. Day 1 Sparking Zero is unplayable. It really is. I don't even think Unreal Engine is the problem outside of performance issues. Modders and others fan-made projects have shown it's possible to get what we want. Spike just doesn't know or doesn't want to, or Bandai doesn't want to. You don't have the right to be saucy. Play like little Timmy. They can vanish the sword now, so no point. Exactly. Okay, so where was I? What's this? Buff type skills. Okay, this is phenomenal. I really like that they changed this one. Hey, Pikachu. Thank you. I really like that they changed this because this was like an overdue change. So, really glad that they changed this. Who asked? I promise you guys. I promise you. The patch that we had, 1 or 2 patches after the Yajirobe patch in December, they did this. So what changed that they're doing this again? Why do they keep nerfing After Image Strike? Why? Do you not want people to use After Image Strike? Like, who asked for this, man? Who actually asked for After Image Strike to get nerfed to the point that nobody is going to use it? Make it make sense, man. Tell me if I'm wrong. Some of you guys in chat have to know what I'm talking about, right? I promise that literally after the Yajirobe patch in December, they did this. They already made this a thing. And then somehow that changed and they brought it back? Why, man? Kobe, I will ban you and revoke that wrench on Twitch. Do not test me. Like, bruh. What's the most important game mode they should add? Ultimate Battle. Which has like 3 sub-modes. Just give us some offline content, for the love of God. Increase the stat boost upon activation and added a key recovery effect for Fruit of the Tree of Might. This is beautiful. I'm so glad, so happy for Turles, but I'm still mad that he's got 3 heavy finishes and a blaster wave. Okay, what do we have next? Beam, Key Blast, Type Blast. Extended the window for blast impact to occur after one side fires a beam Key Blast. So, these 2 things right here, these are nice. These are beautiful changes. Because of what people were doing with backshots, I say skill issue. Like, just because a character has After Image Strike on does not necessarily mean that person should charge in blindly. Whenever you're using these moves, you still need to play defense. And the really funny thing is, I'm positive that the Z counter Vanish still has priority over After Image Strike. Like, if you press your block button to do the Z counter Vanish before After Image Strike, I'm positive that there's still like a 1 or 2 frame difference. You can have your manual Vanish go through without losing After Image Strike. But I don't know if they changed that, because I asked Yosha actually to test that a while ago or see if he could, and I'm not even sure if he got anything out of it, but that was a thing, if I recall correctly, in Tenkaichi 3, and then they just... yeah, if they were gonna do this, why not do it for the other defensive skills? Like what? Wild Sense and whatnot? I don't think they need to, because Wild Sense is only a one-time vanish, and it's basically a counterattack. They just shorten the time and make it cancel by perception is different now, cancel by super counter. Yeah. Let me just scroll up a little bit. Sparking Zero is like how the current Modern Warfare doesn't play like the OG Warfare, but it's still Warfare if it's still COD. I suppose, yeah. I think I saw everything else here. They need to nerf how fast the enemy gets sent flying with Perfect Smash and Charged Smash, as well as decrease the speed at how fast they get sent flying.
In T3, you vanish away with After Image, not behind.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I can't remember actually if you can even direct your After Image Strike vanishes. I guess Yosha can probably chime in on that, because some of those things I've been beginning to forget. So, also they need to nerf how fast the enemy gets sent flying with Perfect Smash. Yeah, well, they also need to buff the Perfect Smash speed and range and everything. Like, there's still so much more that they need to do. I think I caught up already. I'm pretty sure I read all of this. I Thank you for the $2, by the way, Shinkai. I appreciate it. After Image Strike needed to have some drawback for being super counterable. Super counter not doing anything to After Image is stupid. Well, no, here's the thing. Even if you do a super counter against an After Image Strike, you can continue to super counter again. That's where the skill factor comes in. Just because you do a super counter doesn't mean it's supposed to be a guaranteed hit. That's not how that works. After Image Strike is supposed to make you vanish multiple times wherever you are. It's not supposed to just be voided the moment someone counters you. Like, it's a fighting game. This is Dragon Ball. That's how it's supposed to work. We can agree to disagree, Flappy, but that's my hard take on it. They press 2 buttons. I know, I get it. You have to press like 2 or 3 buttons depending on the character for After Image Strike. That's how it is. But Super Counter is supposed to take skill. After Image Strike doesn't take skill. Just because the move takes skill doesn't necessarily mean that it's supposed to be a guaranteed hit. It's a fighting game. You're still supposed to put work in to get your counterplay against the opponent. Sometimes you have to do multiple super counters. Sometimes it has to be that way. Do you still play Sparking Zero? Or I have it uninstalled currently, but depending on how this stream goes, I'm considering at least getting on to play the patch myself, either on Thursday or sometime next week. That's not too much skill. It's a fighting game at the end of the day. If you want all of your stuff to be handed to you, like on a gold platter, despite not having the skill to perform all of these counterplays, what game can you even play anymore, like, in terms of Dragon Ball? I don't think there even is. I'm sorry I even started that statement. I don't even have an answer for that. They just don't know the best way to adjust things, definitely. Netcode would make the situation for super countering impossible. That much I can agree with. That I can definitely agree with. On the bright side, Hawk, the fact that they are changing how short dash works to mimic Tenkaichi 3's version of the dash fully charged smash means they are definitely re-implementing VT3 mechanics. I suppose, yeah. I mean, we're getting somewhere, right? We're definitely getting somewhere. People were running away from After Image Strike 2, they nerfed it into the ground. Here's the funny thing about people running away from After Image Strike. We don't have any movement options. When someone has After Image Strike activated in Tenkaichi 2, Tenkaichi 3, and technically even Raging Blast 2, you have movement options to counter After Image Strike. Sparking Zero doesn't have movement! That's the whole reason why you guys are having problems with all of these moves, is because we don't have any movement. If we have movement, you won't have any problems. That's the problem! It's not the move itself, it's the game not having movement. I don't know how many more times I need to emphasize that. If this game just gets movement, I promise you guys, every single problem you have, out the window. It's gonna go out the window. 1,000,000% I promise you if the game gets proper movement options. After Image Strike will not be a problem. It never was in the previous games because the games had movement. If we have movement, we won't have any issues. Anyway, I'm sorry about the ranting. Let me get back to chat and covering the patch notes. They should just make it so you vanish away from the opponent instead of behind with After Image. Yeah, that's actually a good way to do it. That's actually a good way to implement the change. They don't have to do that. Stop being extremely smart and making points that actually make sense. Stop being an educated person. Issues that After Image Strike before patch, once you got touched, it basically meant GG. I mean, if you couldn't super counter or you didn't have Explosive Wave or something, then yeah, that's understandable. And assuming you're a god who can super counter everything, that's still a lot to be asking for. I know that, but it's a fighting game. How much more do you want the game to be dumbed down for your sake? Be reasonable. That's all I'm saying. It's a fighting game. What do you want from them? You're supposed to fight. You're supposed to learn what the game gives you so you can counteract all of this shit, man. Like, what else do you want from them? Caitlin, hello. How are you? What's up, Viv? Do you know why they're not fixing movement nor heavy punishing Insta-Spark? Let me tell you guys one thing before I continue with the patch notes. If they brought back recovery options, I'd be on the game right now. Just recovery options alone. I would have reinstalled the game just to play the game and test it out. 100%. Why do we still not have recovery options? I don't understand. When a rush-type blast from a normal-sized character hits a large character, it will now blow away the large character and deal... Didn't it already do this? Wasn't this already the case? Can someone tell me? So is this saying, like, if you do, like, a Kamehameha against Grey Vegeta Scouter, it never blew them away? Or is it saying in the sense that, like, it blows away as in, like, a fully charged smash? Is that it? Is that the difference it's talking about? Just here to listen to me rant. Me trying to yell at my viewers and educate them. Okay, I can agree with Super Counter. Let me scroll up for that. If Super Counter allowed you to pick something to move out of after Image Strike, I would agree. If Super Counter allowed you to pick something to... Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that? I want it to be realized, not dumbed down. I should be rewarded for using a hard mechanic. That much I can agree with, but not rewarded in the sense that you're talking about. Like, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is it's a fighting game. You have to put some modicum of effort into the game so you can play it at least beyond the average level of the player, so that way you can deal with these mechanics. Like, because let's be honest, the average casual doesn't want to deal with any of this stuff. That's why so many of them have left. But also because the game was in a shambles, so it's not entirely their fault. Spike Chunsoft lacks the ability to make smart decisions. I'm telling you, while Bandai is partly to blame, Spike Chunsoft did Jump Force, bro. Yeah, true, that's not enough to another 4 months of no play, definitely. It's too disadvantageous of a situation, unfair. Fair enough. Recovery options, that's not a Jun Furatani thing, that's a Ryo Mito thing. Don't expect greatness on a Jun Furatani project. Nah, disadvantageous. It's about Rush Blast. Now they launch the Giants away and do a lot of damage. Let me reread it. Rush type Blast General. When a Rush type blast from a normal sized character, it's a large character. Now blow the large character away and deal damage. Now they launch the Giants away and do a lot of damage. So basically they're nerfing Giants even harder. Giants were already useless as hell. Why are they nerfing them more? What's the point of having Anilaza, Great Ape Baby, Hirudegarn, Great Ape Slug? Hi to you, by the way. How you doing, bro? What's the point of having all these giant characters if every nook and cranny in the game is getting buffed to the point that it makes the giant unusable? As someone that loves using the garbage characters in the games and has a reputation for making them look better than they actually are, you got, like, Bandai is giving me zero reason to continue playing Giants. And the funny thing is, I still use Giants when I'm playing against my friends, or when I was playing against my friends. Now I just don't have any reason to play them at all. This is basically like Bandai telling me they don't want me to have fun exploring the roster and trying to show you guys how much more enjoyable the game can be if you spend like 5 minutes with these garbage-ass characters. You can actually have some entertaining fights with your friends and just ridiculous crap going on online. Like, if you don't want me to have fun, just say so. If they perform a super absorption against the beam key blast, they will now enter sparking mode. And okay, so this is the weirdest thing. I'm not sure why they did this, but I actually really like it. The bad part is Dr. Zero and Android 19 still have garbage movesets, but at least now if wait a minute. Super Absorption. I can't remember the last time I used Jiro in 19. Is Super Absorption referring to Super Perception? Do you have to use Super Perception? Or, yeah, do you have to use Super Perception to absorb an Energy Blast with 19 and Jiro? Is that what this is? Because if that's what this is, that actually makes sense. Now you get rewarded for consuming 2 skill counts. I actually really like that. Okay, so if that's what that is, I really like this change. This is a great change. I absolutely love this. This is really great. Gohan Superhero, reduced health, cool, don't really care. Gohan Superhero, Super Saiyan, reduced health, cool, don't really care. Gohan Superhero, Super Saiyan. Increase the amount of skill counts required to transform into Ultimate Gohan, and health is now restored upon transformation. How many skill counts did you require to go Ultimate, and then how many to go Beast? I'm not gonna proceed until you guys tell me, because there's a lot of stuff that I've been forgetting since the last time I played this game. Did you see what I said about the super counter implementation? I want your thoughts on that. They don't even want to code giants. They said, yeah, let's just make them not use them. My Great Ape Super Baby 2 will never be playable ever again. Oh, shit. I've already watched Kuwanger's video, but I can watch it again. Yo, Fabi, what's up, man? Thank you so much for continuing your subscription streak for 5 months. I appreciate it. You know what, I guess, if anyone's interested on the YouTube side in becoming a YouTube member, I have revised my memberships and the perks, so maybe hit that join button, see if anything interests you, because there's still going to be more content coming. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Sparking Zero, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. Super countering should reduce the after-image strike duration, but not remove it entirely. That is a fantastic idea. I didn't think of that. That is a perfect idea. Super countering should reduce the after-image strike duration. If you super counter an after-image strike user once or twice or 3 times, that means the more you super counter them, the more after-image gets depleted. That is a fantastic idea, Rasu. I like that. That's something that they should do. That is a brilliant idea. So what Rasu said, fantastic, is that if you super counter an after-image strike user while they have after-image strike on, it depletes after-image strike to the point where it's gone. Because in the previous games, after-image strike had a timer, and in Raging Blast it was key consumption. So if you attacked the opponent while they had AIS on, you could just continue attacking them until they didn't have any key. In Sparking Zero, we haven't had a viable option, and my go-to was having movement. So if they actually implement super countering the after-image strike user while they have it activated and it depletes after-image strike, that's a brilliant idea. That is a fantastic idea. That is a wonderful idea. I hope that they implement that. That would be fantastic. Who do you feel is the most enjoyable android to watch play? Because I see a lot of discourse as to how they're compared to others. Dragon Ball Super Android 17. I personally love Dragon Ball Super Android 17. Actually, wait, does Dragon Ball Super have any other androids that are playable? No, Super doesn't have any other androids that are playable, right? I'm thinking about the androids from the universe that Ani Laza came from, but those guys aren't even in the game, so... Super 17 about to be crazy if he drops on Sparking Zero? No, he's not. I hate to burst your bubble, but the majority of Sparking Zero's characters are all copied and pasted. If we get Super 17, not only is your Hellstorm going to be trash, but your Super 17's animations are gonna be copied and pasted, brother. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I had to say it. I'm actually super happy that Salza, Zongia and Super 17 and Nova Shenron are not in the game because they would just be ruined. They would just be turned into clones. 2 both, now 3 for both? Wow, okay. So this is a really significant change then. 3 skill counts to go beast? That's crazy. That is actually crazy. This is off subject, but could you explain the internet connection? Because most times my input says when I'm fighting Z ranks and S ranks, I actually don't know. And I'm not about to resort to conjecture and try to answer a question based on something that I don't have that much knowledge on. Maybe someone else in chat can tell you. I've got a bunch of people in chat that are probably still playing the game as opposed to me. So if there's someone in chat that can help Prince Romeo, please do. What else did I miss here? Why do that specifically for that move, though? Why not? You thought about this a month ago? It's a really good idea. Absolutely. Oh, the Gammas! Okay. What was I thinking about? The Gammas. Oh, the question was, who do I think are, like, the best Android characters to watch? I love watching Gamma 2. Gamma 2 is my favorite Android, but I still enjoy watching Dragon Ball Super Android 17. 100%. They did some stealth changes. Apparently, if you de-transform or transform, then the camera angle is slightly more dynamic. Okay, that's good to know. Others, flying kicks, adjusted the hit position, adding 2 background music. Oh, I'm already at the end of this? Okay. Adding 2 background musics. Okay, cool. Season 0 rewards. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do now, actually, is, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero patch notes. Let me just... Okay, I'm just pulling up this website so that my eyes are not getting burned by the white screen instead of pulling up like a YouTube page or something. So, my thoughts on the patch, it's actually a really good patch and the game is probably in the best state that it's ever been in now. But with the nerf to giants, with the nerf to the key slash, with the change for single battles, etc., like... If I stream Sparking Zero now, and I'm doing single battles, I have no incentive anymore to take Frieza Soldier against full-power Jiren and showcase how much better my skills are than my opponents. Like, for the casuals, it's really good, but for someone like me, it's awful. Hey, Stromer. With how damage works in DP, the game is not doing well? Coming from you, that's an awful statement, because you're a prominent DP player. Can you elaborate a bit more on that for me? Also, if you guys have any other questions and whatever for me, now's the time to ask, because now I'm actually reading chat. I got you, Romeo, all good. Is rank closed until July? I think so. Because all of my friends haven't been streaming rank. They've been streaming, I think, quick match. Ugh. Anything specific you can recommend for movement improvements? Yeah, like, you just said it yourself. Dash cancels, dash chaining, freedom of movement. You know what? Should I just boot up Tenkaichi 3 for a little bit and show you guys exactly what I would like to have in Sparking Zero from Tenkaichi 3? Instead of explaining it? I should probably just do that instead of... Yeah, I'll probably boot it up in a minute. I'll do that in a minute. I'll let my eyes just rest a bit. That white screen was really hurting. Oh, Subgirl Master Hour. Sparking Zero DP is kinda cooked. So why is it cooked exactly? Someone like Broly can kill a 5 DP or something. What the... I didn't know my stream was that far behind. Where's the message? Someone like Broly can kill a 5 DP or something purely from knockback chains. Knockback chains? Are you talking about the vanishing attack? Like, when you do a fully charged square and then you just mash triangle? Or you do a fully charged punch button and then you hit your key button? Is that what you mean by, knockback chains? Or are you just referring to the step-in combo? High DPs do stupid damage, making lower DPs very bad. Yeah, see, someone in chat had said earlier that the best way to get around showcasing your skill in single battle with a weak character is to now go into DP battle with those weak characters and do it that way. But that's like, it's a very stupid way to do it. Like, I shouldn't need to do that, you know? Do I believe Dragon Dash should be buffed? Probably, yeah. 20-year-old game feels better than a new game, crazy. You still get a damage boost when you transform. Transforming is not useless, it's just the boost is not as strong as before in single battles now. Okay, well, that's good to know. What tech do I have to learn in order to enjoy Sparking Zero? Ask the chat. Don't ask me. Ask the chat. One funny feature I want to return is BT2's version of Violent Russian Sparking Mode. Oh, you mean, what's it called again? It actually has a specific name. I don't remember what it's called. Sparking Zero is a PvP, peer-to-peer, meaning if your opponent is on Wi-Fi and you're on Ethernet, the timing will change. You'd be matching with anybody in the world, mostly with people with English language. That's a great way to explain it, yeah. I'll never rank in Sparking Zero because I always use random characters against Saiyans and Fusions. Oh, before I boot up Tenkaichi 3, just to show you guys some stuff, I wanted to say that I am personally in favor of Shallot being added to Sparking Zero, because he apparently was not even a planned DLC, and while I really hate that he has so many reused assets, at least he has a unique left smash and a unique neutral smash, which are the only saving graces right now. Dragon Heavy! Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it, Yosha. I do like Yosha being in the game. Yosha. I do like Shallot being in the game, but, the fact that he still has reused assets is just... I'm not a fan of it. Like, why does he have Spopovich's Grand Slash, and why does he have Vegeta's Heavy Finish? I don't understand, and I'm not really in favor of that. Shallot is the character, the original character from a mobile Dragon Ball game called Dragon Ball Legends. Where's Stromer? Right now, the meta in DP is Whis, since he is impossible to kill and does insane damage. Okay. From what I read about in the patch notes, I was assuming that DP was actually going to be better, but it's actually worse? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Stromer? Shallot should have been free without amount of laziness? I guess I can agree. I mean, like, the last thing that I wanted to see was another clone of another character. Like, you guys have no idea how painful it is for me to look at one of my favorite movie characters to play as, Super Android 13, just to see Spopovich in him. Like, why do I have to use Android 13 and see more Spopovich than I see of Android 13? Like, it's genuinely painful. And I'm still super upset that they did that. DP is basically old singles, since you can get character diffed. Like, low DPs are just their damage sponges, it seems. Or just there as damage sponges. Okay, so you said there, T-H-E-I-R, instead of T-H-E-R-E, so that threw me off. So they're just there as damage sponges. Well, that sucks. I don't want to be too harsh on Shallot, considering his whole gimmick is Legends. Oh, in Legends is copying other people. Yeah, pretty much. Android 13 Super is just a buffed Spopovich? Yes. If you look at... So, with the exception of just his Rust strings, Android 13 is literally Spopovich on steroids. His heavy finish is Spopovich. His rolling hammer is Spopovich. His grand slash is Spopovich. His charged smashes are all Spopovich. And if I show you what he was in Tenkaichi 2 and 3 and even Raging Blast 2, it's just, why did they do my boy like that? Like, it's so painful. What's this source? This is my Elgato, right? Do I have... Okay, I'll switch to Steam with Gamepad really quick. Do I not have my webcam here? Okay, I don't have it. Okay, you know what I'll do then? Is I'll switch back to... I'll switch back to here and then I'll just add a game capture. Or actually... Hold on. Yeah, hold on, let me just do this. Let me first move the game capture all the way down. Wait. Oh, it has to be... Not me forgetting how to stream. Anyway, let me boot up Dolphin really quick. Anytime, OBS. I guess while that loads, I'll just read chat for a minute. I think that DP is not worse. It just encourages to pick 2 or 3 strong characters as opposed to a team of 5. I like the idea of 2v2 and 3v3 instead of a 5-person stack team. That's on top, that's on top, that's on top, so I can... Hold on. Transform. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we're fine. Hey, kitty. It's been a while. How you doing? What sucks is they may update things like movement, add characters, fix things, etc., but they'll never go back to previous characters and make them cooler, like Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, probably, yeah. Let me just catch up on chat really quick. You didn't miss a whole lot. I already reviewed the patch notes. Okay, so what was the question? Why am I here again? Dash cancels and stuff, right? So, basically, what I was talking about earlier is it would be nice if... Oh, my gamepad viewer, hold on. Do I have a gamepad viewer here? I don't. No, what? I'm not adding it. You guys can suffer. If I'm dashing like this, right? If I just press my ascend button, I cancel it. If I'm dashing and I press my descend button, I cancel it. Literally something as simple and basic as this is what I would love Sparking Zero to have. That's really it. Just something like this. Just basic movement. See him canceling. Still moving. Canceling. Still moving. You can just cancel your dash. Like, why am I forced to short dash in a specific direction? Just give us back the regular dash. But here's the thing. They've now made it so that if you do a dragon dash, you can cancel it with a step in the step-in barrier. But, like... Why are they giving us these makeshift options instead of just regular movement? I don't understand. And another thing that I would love for them to add back and take a close look at this. So this is a dragon dash, right? This is a manual dragon dash. Now this is me doing an instant dragon dash. They need to add this back. And how this functions is I'm double tapping R1 to do, you know, drag and ascend, or double tap R2 to do quick descend, and then I'm hitting my drag and dash buttons in order to do my drag and dash. So let me show you something. This animation flows naturally into the drag and dash animation. So if I go into a drag and dash here, I just go straight into a drag and dash. Like, why do we not even have an instant drag and dash? I don't get it. Isn't drag and dash always instant in Sparking Zero anyways? No, it is not. So like, here's the thing. If I do a regular charge smash, just watch this. See how much faster just a regular dragon homing is in this game. Whereas in Sparking Zero, your character has to like... This is going to be funny. In Sparking Zero, your character literally will smash them away, and then you have to go like, oh, let me get ready real quick. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, what the fuck? Let me just prepare my animation beforehand and then dash towards you. Like, why? We don't have an instant Dragon Dash animation. If we had the instant Dragon Dash, we could do stuff like this. We could just do stuff like this. Like, every single time I see that too, right? Every single time I see someone smashing somebody away, and then they do that getting ready animation, like preparing their dragon homing, and they're doing this. This animation is literally Kid Buu about to charge at your ass. That's what that animation is. Every single time I see it, I think of Kid Buu, because that's literally what he does in the games. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to switch to Kid Buu right now. You're going to see the exact same thing I'm talking about. Just take a look really quick. Just the manual animation. Just the manual animation. Look at this shit. Are you watching? Look at this. Right there. See, I'm charging up to go at you. That's the shit that we're dealing with in Sparking Zero. If I do a full power smash on you, I don't want to do this. I just want to instantly charge at you. I want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like, what the hell? Something as simple as that. And people don't understand how bad we have it in Sparking Zero as well. Because, like, when you smash your opponent away, right? I can go into this. But in Sparking Zero, if I smash my opponent away, I have to wait that many frames before the game even allows me to do a dragon homing. Like, why? Just give us an instant dragon dash. Like, I don't understand. It's so frustrating. So, basic movement like this and canceling it with R2 and R1 and then doing an instant dragon dash like this, like, that's all that they need to bring back. And let me show you guys something else that we still don't have. We still can't do this. We're still restricted to doing it to the ground. You have to be on the ground in order to do Ascending Ki Blast still. You still can't do an Ascending Charged Ki Blast either. When was the last time I played Sparking Zero? Let's see. May 4th. Like, literally just drag and dash cancel movement like this. And the funny thing is, after the last patch, you actually can sort of do this, but the timing is so strict. What's up, Kevin? Oh, God. What's up, Alucard? It's been a while. How you doing? Hit the wall! But yeah, like, basic movement in Tenkaichi 3 is all that I'm wanting, man. Just, if I'm doing a regular dash like this, I just want to be able to cancel it with a descent. If I'm doing a regular dash, cancel it with ascend. You can even cancel your dash with another dash. Like this. And here's the best part. You guys see how fast the buildings are moving below me? If you cancel your dash with another dash, you do something called dash boosting. Now, do I want that in Sparking Zero? I'm indifferent to it, but it would be beneficial, because if I start dash boosting, like, you see how slow everything is moving, but if I do dash boosting, look how fast it's moving now. Like, everything is moving so much faster. Is the patch good for me? Honestly, no. Like, for me, personally, no. And I think now is a good time to tell you guys, now that I've given you my thoughts on the patch and everything. I guess I can change the music one more time to... I can do stand after confusion, why not? Let me just read chat really quick before I give you guys some disheartening news. And I'm sure none of you are going to enjoy this. Am I still going to do part 2 of what Sparking Zero requires? I honestly don't know, Kyle. In the past and the future, looking at both of those, I would like to, but I don't think it's going to get to anything. Don't tell you I'm done with Dragon Ball, you're on the right track. I want to retire. I genuinely want to retire, and it's not because of Dragon Ball itself. Bandai's treatment of us is part of it. The other half of it is seeing what the Sparking Zero community has become. During my hiatus from Sparking Zero and Dragon Ball as a whole, over the last couple of months, I've been observing the Sparking Zero community, and it's just like, why are there so many people whining and bitching about things that they don't need to be whining and bitching about? Why are these people then screaming about the changes that they're screaming for when they get their changes? And third is the worst of it, why is everyone tearing each other down? Like, I've been looking in the Twitter community and some of the Discord servers and shit, and people are just getting personal with each other and mentioning other people's families and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck has this community come to? I've dealt enough with that crap in the Raging Blast 2 and Tenkaichi 3 communities before I left, and I'm just like, I don't want to be involved in it anymore. I actually asked some close friends for a second opinion and some advice on this topic, because, but I'll get to the Bandai part, but the community part itself, it's just, why would I want to be part of a community where everyone's so worried about their egos that they're trying to tear into someone's personal life to make themselves feel better, and they're taking a video game super serious for no justifiable reason? Like, I've seen people leaking DMs of other people's personal lives, and I'm just like, it's a video game, and it's not even a competitive one at that. Why are you taking it this far? And when I told my friends how I felt about it, I told them I genuinely wanted to just leave Dragon Ball behind me because I feel like that's the best path for my happiness. Because, like, if I were to get involved in the Sparking Zero community at this point, I would have to speak up and say that, hey, you guys are all doing the wrong thing. And here's the biggest problem. We all paid more than $70 to $120, more than that, for a video game that we've all been waiting 17 plus years for, and instead of collectively building each other up, you would all rather beat each other down, and on a personal level? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? And I'm not talking about you guys in chat, just like, again, the shit that I've been seeing in the Discord servers and on Twitter, it's so ridiculous. Bandai is only part of it. The community is what destroyed the game, dude. It's so bad. I don't want to be part of it anymore. And I asked one of my close friends for another opinion, and he told me that if I still want to play these games, just play it with your friends and make content just with them. But here's the problem. I can't even make content on the game anymore. Like, it's gotten that bad. I literally cannot make content on this game now. And it's actually not because of the community, it's because of my perspective on Tenkaichi as a whole now. It has nothing to do with the game. It's just... sorry, nothing to do with the community. It's all about the game. Having come from a Tenkaichi background, I personally don't think I can enjoy Sparking Zero, like, at all. The movement is a downgrade. The combat is a downgrade. The characters are a downgrade. Like, everything going from Tenkaichi 3 to Sparking Zero is a downgrade. Why should I play a downgrade when I've had something better? And then that's where I'm thinking to myself, maybe it's time for me to just leave Dragon Ball behind. The games aren't getting any better, and I honestly feel betrayed by Bandai. And I'm gonna mention something else here. I had a conversation with my dad a while ago, a couple of weeks ago. We were driving home after having some errands, and my dad hates modern technology, by the way. He doesn't keep up with video games, but he knows that I was the #1 North American player for Tenkaichi 3, and he knows how prominent I've been in other Dragon Ball games as well. So he tries to keep up with it for me, just to a degree. And I told him that because of how Bandai treated us, I don't want to play Sparking Zero anymore. I don't even want to play Dragon Ball as a whole because I feel betrayed. They purposely gave us an unfinished game. Why would I want to continue supporting this, especially with the community as bad as it is? Now, my dad had a good laugh, and then he gave me some advice. And some of you know, those of you who have been subscribed to me since Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2024, you'll know that I was on stage in California at Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2024. He told me, don't give up on Bandai. Just put them on the back burner, because even though the Japanese have their own way of doing things, as backwards as it may be, there's a chance that Bandai will want me again. And I openly told him, I don't want to do anything for them if they're going to treat us like this. Like, first of all, giving us an unfinished game, and then, of course, not even delivering on what they claimed the game was going to be for was a problem. And then my dad told me, knowing how good you are at these games, it would be meaningless for you to completely quit. So the only reason I even did this stream is because of my dad's advice. That's the only reason I'm even here telling you guys all of this, because I want to be transparent with you guys. I don't want to play Dragon Ball anymore. And it's not because of the games, it's because of the community. The games are part of it. Like, I'm fed up of Tenkaichi 3. It's a beautiful game. I'm just tired of it. I wanted Sparking Zero to be better, and it's not. And seeing what the community is doing to itself and how they're treating each other, why would I want to be part of it? It's just, if we're in a community that would rather talk shit about each other, and some of these Discord servers are not even taking the time to filter these people out and build a positive community, what chance in hell do I have, right? Like, I've got a reputation and everything, so people will probably still follow me regardless, but knowing that the Sparking Zero community is this bad, I don't want to stick around anymore. It's gotten so bad. And it hurts me because I have passion for these games. You guys can tell I'm talking with passion whenever I talk about Tenkaichi and Sparking Zero, because I want to play these games. I love entertaining you guys. I love bringing you guys high-level content and making content with the other content creators that I befriended over the last year or so. But with the community the way that it's been, it's just, why would I want to keep involving myself, right? It's gotten so bad that I just want to leave completely. So here's what I'm thinking before I stop talking and I read chat for a bit, because I can stick around for probably another 20 minutes before I go say prayers. Is I'm going to give this patch a chance. I'm gonna try and play the game. I probably won't do it this week, because Thursday I'll probably have other plans. Tomorrow, for one of my close friends, I am going to finally try and play Hogwarts Legacy. And then after that, I'm planning to play Raging Blast 2 on Saturday, and maybe, hopefully again, Borderlands 2 on Sunday. So if I do play Sparking Zero this week, I will try to do it Thursday night, probably after 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I don't do it this week, I will do it next week, and I will be observing all my content creator friends playing the game, so I can get a better idea for it. But that's currently my stance on Dragon Ball as a whole and the Sparking Zero community. I genuinely want to retire and leave it be. But knowing that my dad has that much faith in me, and a lot of my friends also told me the same thing, that maybe you can just play it like once a month or something with your friends and do that. You can do that. And I'm thinking of trying that and just seeing how it goes. Because at the most, I can do that. But if I don't do that, it's just like, I'm going to be sitting here playing other games and I'm looking at Dragon Ball thinking to myself, I really miss playing Dragon Ball. I want to play Dragon Ball, but I want to play something new. I don't want to play something old, so... I can read chat now. I already played Burst Limit. Did I say I was going to play Burst Limit again this week? I don't know. Star, if you're still here, we can try playing Burst Limit again. We can try playing Burst Limit soon, even if it's not this week. I did take a break, Soda. I did take a break. Yeah, Jules, like... I know that I'm not going to like Sparking Zero. I've done a lot of thinking about Sparking Zero over the last couple of months. And I'm gonna pause the music or just decrease it a bit now to explain this part. I've done a lot of thinking about Sparking Zero over the last couple of months, and I've gotten to a point where I think I can finally accept the purpose that Sparking Zero was created for. It was not meant to be a competitive game. It was meant for the casuals. That's why they're still catering to the casuals. But the problem there is that when the game launched, it was aimed at the casuals, and then suddenly between like November and January, they started trying to appeal to the competitive crowd, and then after that, they started trying to appeal to both sides of the spectrum, and then the game just started losing its identity, and now it's... I feel like now it's on track to be a proper casual game and not for competition, and if I can accept that, I probably could enjoy the game, but then my Tenkaichi 3 bias comes in. I'm just like, all of my characters in Tenkaichi 3 are not copied and pasted. Why should I go to Sparking Zero where everything is copied and pasted? Right? Like, that's the problem that I'm having. I don't want to leave Dragon Ball, but I genuinely do want to retire because of the state of everything that it's in. Like, I'm not having fun anymore. I can read chat now. I'm sorry if any of that annoyed you, but I care about you guys and I wanted to be honest with everything that's been on my mind. I'm actually able now to accept Sparking Zero for what it is and accept that it's just not a game for me. The most I can do with it is I can make content with President Rose and some of my other friends and content creators, but that's it. I can't make content for the game anymore. There's no point in making videos of me fighting other people. I don't think anything's going to come out of that now. Okay, let me scroll up. Still need Emergency Blaster Wave or something similar to it. Gary, you're coming from, but I'm happy we don't have this in Sparking Zero. I don't want a BT3 Part 2. I don't want a BT3 Part 2 either. I want Sparking Zero to be its own thing. I just want it to be better. I really just want it to be better. Time for me to play Ninja Storm. How many of you would actually watch me play Naruto is the thing. Also, yeah, Star, if you're available tomorrow evening, we can try and test it on call. I'd like to do that just to make sure that it's playable. In my opinion, they need to correct general damage of the characters a little, also improve this counter Z that comes out of all the time, and increase the skill storage time a little more. Probably. Please save the Tenkaichi series where the Ichigo drip when you do it. So here's the thing, I actually thought about only Starlia, Ajek, and I think my other close friend who I told about my thoughts know this, is that if I come back to Sparking Zero and I want the game to be better, I told them that I contemplated making a video talking about all the negative shit that's been happening in the community, and that if these people continue on this path, I am completely blocking them from even being able to associate with me. This game has been long awaited for 17, almost 2 decades, 17 years, and people are more concerned with their egos and building themselves up and tearing other people down just because they think that they're good at a video game they probably aren't, and they're trying to defend that with their lives. If I come back to this game, I am going to make that video because I don't want to see the games that I poured passion and love into all these years be destroyed by a bunch of fucking idiots who don't know how to appreciate what we have and try to be positive for what we could have more. They need to fix this shit, bro. The community needs to fix their shit. I've seen so much toxicity over the last couple months. It is ridiculous. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is competitive, of course. Sure, let's go with that. The game isn't even a game anymore. It's real life for some people. It's definitely a way to put it. Sparking Zero died due to 70% being the community and 30% being Bandai. Thank you! That's literally what happened to this game over the last couple months. It's not even Bandai's fault 50% anymore. It's literally just the community. Just the community is at fault for the game not having a big player base now, because everyone's so concerned about their egos and being toxic to each other. Like, bruh. If I had to recommend this game for anyone, I say wait for it to be better so you say play BT3. That's definitely a way to go about it. Yeah, I can't recommend this game. I can recommend this game to someone who doesn't care about the online experience. If they don't care about the online experience and they just care about, like, button mashing against the CPU or something, the game still accomplishes that purpose. They can still do that. They can absolutely still do that. I've been waiting for this game since I was 5, and honestly, the community does make the game a bit unfun to play sometimes, so I only play with friends. That's the position that I'm in. I want to play Sparking Zero, and maybe I just need to do a stream with my friends or content creator friends and just see how it goes, and see if I can still have some fun with it. Even with my Tenkaichi bias. Like, if I'm separating myself from the toxic community, I can probably enjoy it still. But I'll probably only be able to do it like once a month, because my passion for Dragon Ball has died down mainly to what Bandai has done, and I can't take it anymore. That's exactly why I've been trying to explore other older games, and I've been enjoying Burst Limit. I suck at it, but I do want to get better at it. Dragon Ball games are in the same state as COD games. I would say COD is in a worse state, honestly. Hop on some Unist? What's Unist? I just don't talk to anybody. That's a great way to do it, too. Budokai 1, 2, 3, Tenkaichi 1, 2, 3, Sparking 0, 1, 2, 3. That is the problem. They are holding back the best experience. I don't think it's right for them to come to you when they want to, especially when they've shown nothing but wanting better for the game. I don't think it's right for them to come to you when they want to. So you're saying they should only come to me, like, when they think I can do something beneficial for the game or the community? You're a bigger part of Sparking Zero future than you think. You have many people's attention. I don't know, man. And I look at people like... Who else? See, I've been watching more on Twitch than I have on YouTube, so the only content creator I can think of... Actually, there's President Rose, there's Lushik. I'm forgetting like 3 other people. I can't include Mike Hollow, because he doesn't even play the game anymore, due to how bad a state it's in, but... When I think about my other content creator friends who have more subscribers than I do, I just don't think I have that much pull, or that much influence. And then people come back in and remind me that, like, I'm a very prominent name in the Tenkaichi and Dragon Ball community, or specifically for Tenkaichi, and that's why people come to me for the information that I have. And I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not seeing enough of it, because, to be honest with you guys, I've got over 10,000 subscribers. I feel like I don't have much to show for it. I'm being brutally honest about it. Like, my channel did fall off. Absolutely, it fell off. It's not just you. We need bigger content creators that have a deeper connection with Bandai to actually work with you and collaborate. It would be nice. That's understandable. When you're burnt out, you're burnt out. I'm not burnt out on playing Dragon Ball. I'm just burnt out because of what Bandai's been doing, and mostly because of what the community's been doing. If the community can improve and stop beating each other's personalities and focus on just beating each other in a video game, I think things can improve. There's no need for people to get personal. And the fact that I'm seeing this over a game that everyone has been wanting for years, just why? Why can't we all just get along and enjoy the same video game we all paid more than $100 for. I bought the collector's edition for PS5 and the Ultimate Edition for PC, man. Like, it's very depressing to see what the community's been doing to itself. So bad that I left the Twitter community like 2 or 3 months ago. You don't need to come back if you're on burnout because it would make things worse for yourself. Oh, I know. That's why I've been taking a break. Like, I'm already refreshed. The reason I'm even here is because I'm refreshed. When I say that I'm tired of Dragon Ball in the community, I'm talking about, like, how do I word this 2 different ways? I want to play Dragon Ball, but I don't want to play it and get all the toxic trolls and people coming on my channel. Like, does that make sense? Like, I want it, but I don't want it at the same time. I guess I'm just conflicted. Because I still have love and passion for Dragon Ball. I still want to play it. I just don't want to deal with the community anymore. And I don't want them anywhere near me either. What if you make a non-bullshit Discord and pride yourself on a positive community? Maybe Bandai would notice that and forget it. I already have my own Discord server. If Bandai would require something like that to happen, I'm not going to waste my time. That's not worth my time and energy. I'm sorry. Someone else can do that if they want to, and I'll contribute to it, but I'm not doing that myself. I understand completely dealing with everything that comes with sparking is just not healthy. It really isn't. Yeah, we'll definitely test it tomorrow on call. Maybe tomorrow night if you're free, after the Hogwarts Legacy stream. It's probably time to rebuild your own community. I didn't know about you even though I played Tenkaichi 3 back in the day until Sparking Zero. I really appreciate everything that you bring to the table. Thank you, Z-Fighter. I really do appreciate that. I'll respond to that in a second. Just play with friends, don't play with toxic people. I'm thinking of doing that. I'm going to try to. I really would like to try doing that. Rebuilding my community would be more about just streaming Sparking Zero more often, and depending on what happens after this stream, I guess I can do that and we'll see what happens. But I'm just glad that I finally got it off my chest and let you guys know exactly how I feel about the game and the community, because it's just... Oh, God. Okay, I'm almost at the end of the chat. I have to scroll up a bit. Still missed way too much up here. God damn, I missed way too much. Okay, never mind. I'm catching up. What do you mean by the community, Hawk? Maybe I'm outside the loop. Okay, so again, people are getting personal with each other over the game. They are talking about each other's families over the game. They are attacking people's personal lives and families over the game. They are getting up in each other's DMs over the game. Just like... I think that says enough. I don't need to elaborate further than that. You know that our community has gone extremely toxic if we have people that are asinine enough to do that. It's completely unnecessary. It's the new Battle Arena communities. Bandai created that space with Naruto Storms and spin-offs of it. They didn't play a real arena fighter Tenkaichi 3 with a deep combat system, so they didn't know that. Are you trying to imply that the combat system is contributing, or a contributing reason as to why the community is the way that it is? Because that's what I gathered from that statement, Kevin. Sparking Zero is the first of... Give me 1 minute. I think I'm going to be here for a little bit. Let me just let my dad know that we're not saying prayers for at least another 25 minutes. You up here? No. Sparking Zero is the first of possibly 3 games, so they took the best experience and removed it from part 1 to upscale and add them to the next versions of the games. Jun Furutani did say that this game was designed with sequels in mind, so honestly, it generally would not surprise me. I think they wanted to experiment and didn't realize just how big this franchise really was still. I disagree. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. I think they knew what they were doing. If they proved me wrong, they proved me wrong. The thing is, the game does not have any single-player content outside of story mode, edit mode, so casuals will end up leaving after finishing their 20 to 30 hour session. You know, I didn't know until earlier today, actually, that custom battle still has issues, and it's difficult even for the casuals to enjoy it because a lot of people apparently are lazy, and they just don't want to sit down and put in the time and effort to create a custom battle, which I guess makes a lot of sense. You do need time and energy for that. Still play Dragon Ball games. You don't have to play them online. You can play them offline. Yeah, I know. You can always come out of retirement, Hawk. Just retire until they make the right decisions and come back when you feel coming back is worth it. I've thought about that. That did cross my mind, but I guess we'll see what happens on Thursday or next week. They don't know what they want exactly because they didn't even play a proper competitive arena fighter to begin with. Fair. Sparking Zero took out Paige, and you're crazy. Sparking Zero did kill the games. It really did. Sparking Zero is the first installment to possibly 3, so they held the best aspects for the next few titles. I hope that you're right, but that would really suck. I would, and I'd fight you too. On what? Burst Limit Side-Eye? I'd watch you play Naruto for sure. Okay. I can think about it. When I last played Naruto Storm Connections, it was actually in a pretty shitty state. I'm assuming that it's been fixed. Am I going to watch Superman and support the DCU in the box office? I have not watched a movie in theaters since Avengers Endgame. I'm going to be very honest. I don't intend to watch the new Superman film. If it comes on Netflix, I guess I'll watch it then. Am I good on Storm? I'm just above average, I would say. Do it, please. Still don't know why so many people are asking for maps. I should be free when I wake up. Gotcha, Star. You can't control people, just block them. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I'll have to. There are positive people in the community, too. You can't control other people's actions on the internet. Well, I know that. Like, I tell my friends all the time, my close friends, whenever we're having, like, deep conversations, is that I'm not trying to control what they do. I'm just trying to give them advice that they can use to control what they're doing the best way they think is good for them. I never try to control my friends, and I'm not about to try and control anyone else's thoughts. Like, it's not like I'm going to try and control someone's opinions or what they think, but I will try and educate them on their opinion and tell them what they think is right is actually not on the right track. Like, I'll go that far. If you need to take time off, I think you should. It's not what we hoped for it. It's not in a healthy state. I respect your choice either way. I don't know how this shit talking can lead to real life issues. Because people are stupid, Donald. Like, if you had seen the conversations or arguments that I have seen, you would understand that these people are literally doing it solely for their ego. They're not talking shit just for the sake of talking shit. They're doing it because they're insecure and because the game means way too much to them. If a video game means so much to you that you need to start getting personal with people, you need to take a step back, dude. You absolutely need to take a step back from video games. No video game should be super serious enough for you to start attacking someone's personal life or family life. I don't understand. It goes as far as people starting, like, with them saying someone is unemployed or jobless or they just don't touch grass, and then it escalates from there. It's so stupid. I wouldn't mind new maps, but I'm more worried about whatever jank it's still there. True. I don't know how people think new maps would fix the game. New maps will absolutely not fix the game. It'll just bring some people back. It absolutely will just bring some people back. It all started when they confirmed characters will be missing. People complained about having Yajirobe over GT characters just so they only picked Yajirobe at launch. It's still criminal that we don't have just Dragon Ball characters. I don't think the Storm series is all that better as a casual competitive anime fighter compared to the BTRB SC series apart from the overall presentation. Fair enough. When most people play on Hyperbolic Time Chamber, plus the replay value of a static map really is small. I'm so sick of seeing Hyperbolic Time Chamber, honestly. Connections at this time is way more competitively viable than Sparking Zero. Okay, well that's good to know. I'm still wishing for Naruto Ultimate... Oh my god, I used to play the shit of Naruto Ultimate Ninja. I used to love those games. I haven't played it in so long. The only reason I barely play it is because of the people that surround it. From players in-game to their behavior outside, so I only play with friends, which is hard because they live farther, there's lag. Totally understandable. Eunice is... Oh! Under Night in Birth. I haven't touched Under Night in Birth in a really long time. Your name alone has so much pull. Does it? No, Hawk, I'm saying Bandai shouldn't come to you when they want, especially since you're always pushing for the better of the game. I get it from a business standpoint, but you're a big reason people wanted this game to be competitive. Tell that to the people that have been clouding my comments saying that I don't give a fuck about Sparking Zero and that I want the game to fail. Tell that to the people that say I do nothing but complain. Please, tell that to the people that think I only complain about Sparking Zero. Please. Holy crap, Dragon Ball fans need to educate themselves. Nobody's channel fell off, not even mine. We were just carried by the hype Sparking Zero generated. You really think so? I honestly really thought that my channel just fell off, but if you think it was just carried by hype, I guess that's a better way to look at it. Like the stream, only 49 likes with one... Yeah, I've got like 58 likes right now, and I had peaked at 130 viewers. Whether you guys like the stream or not, it's totally fine, because I'm not playing the game. I'm having a conversation with you guys, and I'm being honest about my thoughts and where I stand currently with the community and Sparking Zero, so... I'm just happy talking to you guys about this and getting it off my chest. Whatever you guys want to do after this in regards to me is totally up to you. If you want to stick around on my channel or not, I will make the effort to stream Sparking Zero, one, to just go over the patch by myself, and then I'll probably arrange with somebody to play it on stream, like with Opact or Rose or... I don't know, someone. I'll figure it out. Right now, that's not really the closest thing on my mind. I want to get Hogwarts Legacy done with first, and then potentially Raging Blast 2 and maybe Burst Limit with Star and some of you. You might not be big on the content creator side, but when it comes to the actual games, you're really big? Okay. You didn't fully capitalize on Sparking Zero content, and that's okay. The views would be there, though. You think so? Hey, Peter, what's up, man? Arrange it with me, then we can... Oh, Peter, I needed that laugh. You have a lot of pull here, man. Right now, Sparking Zero is barren. Prime time to rebuild and change the narrative for Sparking Zero. I'd stand by you in that for sure. Okay. I'm not even done reading the chat, but honest question. Do you guys really think I can make a difference in Sparking Zero and the community? Because I don't see it. The Sparking Zero community has destroyed itself to such a point. I feel like that the amount of people that would stand with me are not going to be a majority. I feel like there are still more people who would whine and bitch and complain about me and what I've said and try to find fault with me than there are people who would support me. That's just from what I've been seeing on Twitter and on YouTube. Because every time I happen to see a video and I scroll through the comments, there's like a 6 or 7 out of 10 chance that I see someone complaining about me complaining, which is really me just critiquing it out of passion. So I don't know, I need you guys to give me your honest thoughts. If you guys really think I can make a difference, I'm willing to try. But I won't do it until, like, after July. Sorry, not after July, after the rank reset thing. Because for the rest of this month, I already have plans with my friends. I really don't want to get on Sparking Zero, but we'll see what happens. COD has been toxic since Modern Warfare 2, honestly, but that mindset has been like that since Xbox Live. Yeah, absolutely. The days before party chat were rough if you didn't learn to navigate. True that. Channel didn't fall off. Your channel started to grow due to Sparking Zero coming out and your deep knowledge on something a lot of people loved, and the game has turned out to be a bust. I mean, if you and Star and the other guys are telling me that my channel didn't fall off, I guess I'll believe you. It's just, with the way that things were going, it felt like my channel was getting carried by the hype for Sparking Zero, and then I fell off because I didn't have anything that was worth covering because the game fell off so hard. That's where I was coming from. Like my standpoint, I mean. Yeah, the Twitter community is awful. Am I finally at the bottom? I think you can make a difference, but it would take a lot of work, and I honestly don't think you have the time or desire to make that stand. I have the desire, I don't have, well, Yeah, I have the desire, I don't have the time, because I'm putting my time towards more productive things. Where was that message? Okay, here we are. So I'm not that far off from the bottom now. I'm almost caught up with chat. Uh, You'll like the stream for the goat, man. I appreciate you guys. 62 likes. We went back up to 100 viewers. If you guys want to hit the like button on the stream, do so. The memberships are appreciated too. You should try Dragon Ball Heroes. I actually do plan to stream Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, believe it or not. Been gone for 20 minutes, catch me up. I've just been transparent about my thoughts and stance on the community and Sparking Zero as a whole, and Dragon Ball. So Talk is streaming Hogwarts Legacy. I hope he actually finishes the game. I enjoyed that game so much. Yeah, I definitely will. I might not be an enormous Harry Potter fan. Like, if you were to ask me, like, a bunch of lore questions, there's a 75% chance I would probably answer wrong. But I do love Harry Potter. I enjoy it. What's up, Baron? Sorry for getting to your message so late. I've been trying to catch up on chat the whole time for, like, the last 20 minutes. What they need to fix for me is more offline and outfits for every character. Why do we not have more outfits still? I honestly don't know. Do you play Apex? I do not. I was going to get into it, but then I was told that it just got too sweaty and too many cheaters and stuff, so I decided not to. Can we see Kid Boo's moveset real quick? It's Sleep, Instant Transmission, Mystic Combination, Super Kamehameha, and Planet Burst. He has the exact same moveset that he has in Sparking Zero. There's no change. Why wasn't Ryo Mito made the executive producer of the game? Don't ask me. Don't talk about custom battles. You never played my sagas. Oh, wait. Were you the one that was asking me on PlayStation 5 a while ago to play your custom battle? I guess I still could if you still want me to. I have the patience to make custom battle, but it's frustrating how it takes so little to make the perfect battle and so long to find even acceptable dialogues. Yeah, Globku was actually telling me about that earlier. Just remember you can catch anything at any time with the right bait. He went straight to it. Hey, Adam, what's up, man? Connection is definitely better right now. Okay, cool. That's good to know. I just left Age of Empires 2 console community. Just had enough of it. Is it really that bad? I used to love Age of Empires. We need mountain view map. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't need mountain. We do not need mountain. Absolutely against mountain. 100% against mountain. I said that earlier because of how they're handling things now. It's taking way too long to say something, address issues, and they cut so much from the core of the game. Absolutely. I'm saying they're arguing about things and asking for things they don't even know about. They probably just heard it was a bad thing from some YouTubers but didn't experience it themselves. Okay. Most people didn't grow up playing BT3, let alone playing it at an understanding level, your level. I know that. But the problem is these people would rather complain instead of take the time to look into those games and find out where I'm coming from with my stance. They would rather just slander me instead of take some time to educate themselves. On God, no job for 3 months, Sparking Zero saved my life. Are they doing it for clout? It's all they want. Fun fact, I made the S.6 account. S.sucks account? Oh, really? It's always the education's fault, definitely. Hi, Fred. New maps and new characters won't fix anything. Like, we're just mods on PC, but that should be enough. That should be proof enough that lack of maps and or characters is not the issue. Absolutely, 100%. The other maps outside of Hyperbolic Time Chamber adjust frames. That's why people don't play them. I've heard about that, but how accurate is that? I just want harder AI difficulty and Ultimate Battle Mode and Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta. You know, one of the things I wanted to do if I did come back to Sparking Zero was make a whole video using just Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Storm 4 is one of the best anime games in history. That I definitely have heard. You're totally right about the community. You say something that is true, like BT3 had faster Dragon Dash, for example, and then Sparking Zero community crazy starts to attack you personally. It's pathetic. It really is awful. I'm too old for it, man. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to be around for it. It's just so awful. Unrelated question, but would you ever be willing to play Sparking Zero Mega Mod on stream? I can think about it because I did tell Zio that I was taking a step back. I guess I could try, but I don't really enjoy playing modded versions of games. I love this game, but I only play against friends, and that's it. That's fair. I need Xenoverse 3 or Xenoverse Reboot. Meanwhile, all of us just waiting for Xenoverse 2 to die. Let's play BT3 for background noise. You gotta play Rose? Yeah, I'll get around to playing him, I guess. Oh, I actually forgot about Joe. He's gonna kill me for that. Yeah, I can finally get around to playing Joe again, I suppose. I'm here since you were uploading Raging Blast 2 online matches. Why would I leave? Hey, that's fair. Fair game, man. Fair game. I found some pretty dope people on the game, too. Had a little group going on a few months ago, but that fell off. Yeah, the game definitely has great people, but I feel like the bad outweighs the good is the problem right now. People guess cut you summer slack. I think people forgot you had a damn near health crisis back when the game was released. Yeah, I was unable to play for like 45 days because I was so sick. I never want to go through that again. That sinus infection and then leading into costochondritis was awful. I never want to go through that again, and I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I can avoid it. I am practically at the bottom. You shouldn't have to take that responsibility. I mean, someone's got to do it if I think you're referring to making a video about the community. You may need some of the big dogs to make a huge difference, but that I can always just contact Rose and some of the other content creators and ask them if they're willing to work with me on a video. I don't mind doing that. And I've spoken to the great majority of them now already, and they all think that I'm a really nice person, so that's already like half the battle won. The Sparking Zero community feels like the citadel of Ricks. Just leave them alone and they'll crumble on their own, pretty much. Hey Rob, what's up? I like the AI update, and yes, you can. I still think you could, but people can't see the difference between criticizing and hating. That's because they simply choose not to. You can make a difference? Okay. I think you can make a difference. The crybabies are too loud. That's why Bandai listened to them. If good voices like yours vanish, then the things will get worse for Sparking Zero for sure. Can you give us your thoughts on what you think a sweat is? I might not be able to answer that question right now, but I can give you a summary on it. Basically, a sweat is someone who's playing to win using only top-tier characters, and... Actually, no, that's not an accurate statement. I would need time to put that answer together, but, see if you can save that answer... See if you can save that question for another stream, because I gotta go in a few minutes. I can't wait too much longer for keeping the stream up. But thank you guys for the feedback on whether or not I should try to do something more for Sparking Zero. You made it enjoyable for me Sparking Zero with the explanation and gameplay, but I have to agree that playing online is only enjoyable with friends. Yeah, that's what some of my close friends told me, and I might just do only that. We'll see what happens. Hey, solid. Sparking Zero release was not the best time for you? Definitely wasn't. So what do you think about the new patch right now? It's great for everyone else, probably just not for me. I played Dragon Ball Fusions on the 3DS. I actually really liked that game. Because people associating sweating with doing more than an auto combo and doing 2 consecutive Z counters, bro can't stand that term. Yeah, that's not the definition of a sweat. By that definition, I am more than just a sweaty person. I'm fine with roasting, but when you start talking about you're going to kill somebody over... Literally. You already did make a difference by writing that document. A fixed game drives most of these brats out. Fair... I need him to answer that from a competitive BT3 person. Why are you angry that someone is better than you because they worked harder? Literally. I think you can make some type of difference, big or small, but not just your channel alone. Since you have network, other YouTubers would be... Thank you for that reminder, because a lot of YouTubers were getting in contact with me to do like interviews and stuff, and then give my feedback on Sparking Zero and whatever. If I get in contact with those people again, I probably could do something. I have to get in contact with a bunch of people then, if that is the case. Okay, it gives me something to think about. Me too, it's so stupid when people send me in that message. Yeah, it's just so awful. I'm finally at the bottom! You gotta create the Avengers. Honestly, imagine. Just want gameplay changes, only till they fix the game they can release costumes and maps. Some people really don't understand the difference between creative criticism and complaining, and I will always stand by that. The positive community is just as bad as the overly negative. Absolutely. Sometimes even the overly positive people can overlook problems with the game and then say that it's a good thing, when it really isn't. All the old guard is telling me that is willing to give their knowledge and time to take the new guard willing to learn and then just do it. Give me a few more minutes, Dad. Dad, did you hear me?
Yeah,
Just give me a few more minutes. I'm just trying to catch up with chat. You can say hello to chat if you want, though.
To who?
Chat, just say hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Yeah, there you go. You said hello to my chat. There you go.
Wow.
Some people... No, I read that. It sucks to see people acting as if Tenkaichi 3 wasn't that good to make Sparking Zero look better. Absolutely. Oh, good, bro. Talk your shit. Get it off your chest, my guy. Grandmaster, I'm telling you right now, the Naruto Storm series will not compare to Tenkaichi. It doesn't have to. They're two completely different games. I don't need it to compare. I just need it to be a good game on its own. You like this game better than Tenkaichi 3? I like Tenkaichi 3 better than Sparky 0. Did I play against GBG? I have not played against him in a while, and I would like to play him again. As a matter of fact, I probably could bring GBG in for a video if I decide to do it. You make great content and live streams. I can't wait to fight you in Sparking 0. Oh, no! The people coming back to fight me on Sparking 0. Why? You about good vibes and positive energy like me. That's what I like. I try to be. Well, thank you, Rico. I really appreciate that. I'm finally at the bottom of the chat. Holy crap. Hi, Yoko. I think Sparking 0 is overhated. I can definitely say that it is overhated. Because for people like me and my friends like Star and Ajek and other people, for us it's justified. Everyone else, I think they're just hating it for the sake of hating it. My definition for a sweat is someone who is trying to win as much as possible using any exploit they can. Sparking ain't close to being what Tenkaichi 3 is. I wish they all make BT3s like love. Sparking 0 was after the first patch. Go regardless, keep going. I appreciate you, Venom. Can I have a link to the Sparking 0 problems document? I do not have it on hand. I think Solid probably... If you're on... Yeah, you're on Discord, ZX. You can ask Solid for the document, probably. Also, to add, they want to win, but won't put in the work of learning to win. There you go. Can we get one game of BT3? I'm sorry, I can't. I have to go for prayers in a second here. I've seen your comparison, BT3 and Sparking 0. You're right, BT3 is better. There we go. You know, I got you. Hey, Oxdad. Hey, there we go. So I'm finally at the bottom. Holy crap. Okay, so now that I'm at the bottom, everyone... Is there anyone still even watching on Twitch? I got 4 people on Twitch. I'm going to end the stream here. Tomorrow I am definitely streaming Hogwarts Legacy when I get home from the morning errands. Between tonight and tomorrow, I will think about streaming Sparking 0 on Thursday evening. Probably the same time again, 6 o'clock to about 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. At night, in the evening. And what I'll do is I'll just go over the patch myself. Just, you know, refamiliarize myself with the game, I guess. And after that, I'll see how I'm feeling if I actually decide to go through with that stream. And then we'll take it from there. So for now, tomorrow, I will see you guys for Hogwarts Legacy. And then hopefully Saturday, I will see you guys with Raging Blast 2. And then maybe Sunday, I will see you guys with Borderlands 2. So now I will get off. Dad, if you'd like to say bye.
Bye.
I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for the kind words and the support. And thank you all for being honest with me and lending me your energy. I really appreciate it. See you guys. Bye.
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Yes.
There are more Indian websites for the math calculation